And we are live. We have to monitor power. That's fine. Now we're going to use the second platform for our modules. Okay. So let's go. Yeah, let's go. Go to Google, Google News, news.google.com. Okay, go to headlines. It's going to give you a choice. Go straight to technology. We are in the hunt, ladies and gentlemen, for the new iPhone. And let's start. Here we go. Am I? Okay. Financial Times. Apple's new iPhone will use ARM's next generation chip technology for artificial intelligence. Tech giant pushing to bring generative artificial intelligence features to its smartphones. Apple will reveal the A18 chip when it launches its iPhone 16 on Monday. Michael Acton in San Francisco. Apple's iPhone 16 will launch on Monday with a next generation chip based on ARM's newest design architecture, making the latest step in the Cupertino tech giant's push to bring generative artificial intelligence features to its smartphones. Apple will reveal the A18 chip at its event on Monday, with the company embracing SoftBank's owned ARM's newest V9 chip design in its smartphones. Sources familiar with the matter told the Financial Times. Apple's adoption of V9 for the iPhone, which makes up close to half of its total revenues, represents a boost for ARM, which has a multi year licensing agreement with Apple. ARM chief executive Rene Haas has previously said V9 brings in twice the royalties of the previous generation V8. ARM's chip architecture refers to a set of instructions that provide the building blocks for the chip, with the UK based US listed company securing revenue through both licensing and royalties. ARM launched V9 in 2021. Apple is already using ARM's V9 architecture for its newest line of M4 MacBook chips, which it announced in May. It said the M4 brought a giant leap in performance for the next generation of its PCs, expected to be announced in the coming months. Apple and ARM declined to comment. Apple is in the process of recasting itself as an AI focused company, announcing a number of features in June that it collectively calls Apple Intelligence. These include a smarter Siri, custom emoji generation, and photo editing capabilities using its own in house AI models, as well as a partnership giving users free access to OpenAI's ChatGPT and a new private cloud compute infrastructure aimed at securing user data if it leaves their phone to tap Apple's models. But the increased computer demands that come from running AI models on a pocket sized device make advances in chip technology essential. Apple Intelligence can only work on the company's most advanced iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max devices that have its A17 Pro chip, which uses ARM's previous generation of architecture, the V8. After a blockbuster IPO in September last year, ARM shares are up about 70% since the start of 2024, as the company benefits from diversifying into PC automotive, and industrial chips, and rides a wave of investment in AI chips. Investors will be watching the iPhone 16 launch closely for any further detail that Apple might give on when the features will land in front of consumers. The company has signaled that it will use a staggered approach, introducing some features first and adding other languages and regions later. A developer beta test of iOS 18.1, the update to iOS 18 that will bring Apple Intelligence to the iPhone, is ongoing. Not bad. Not bad. A little light, but let's go. Let me see. Oh my goodness. No. Okay. Okay. Lenovo unveils laptops. Top news. Okay. Should we go to mobile? Should we go to gaming? Let's go to gaming, baby. Let's see what we got. Event Space 2 Titans. Everspace 2 Titans Q&A Rockfish talks about the upcoming DLC and more. That's it. That was the whole article. Where's the article? I don't see it, man. Tell me that was an advertisement. All right, here we go. We got something. Final Fantasy 7 Remake Trilogy. Final Fantasy XVI Pixel remasters are on the docket for Xbox. Rumor mill. Francesco de Meo. The Final Fantasy V11 Remake Trilogy, Final Fantasy XVI, and the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters are on the docket for Xbox consoles, according to rumors circulating online. Speaking on the latest episode of the Xbox 2 podcast, Windows Central Jazz Corden commented on the Square Enix series and the possibility of the latest entries getting released on Xbox consoles, saying that he has heard that the whole slate is on the docket. As for when they are going to be released, Corden could not say, although he thinks that something related to the series will be revealed during Microsoft's event at this year's Tokyo Game Show. Additionally, he heard that the Final Fantasy remake trilogy hasn't been locked down by Sony, so it will come to Xbox at some point, though when it's not yet known. Given how the series is still incomplete, Square Enix will likely wait until the third and final entry in trilogy is out before porting to Xbox. Given the current state of the Final Fantasy remake trilogy, it's extremely likely that Final Fantasy will be the next entry in the series to launch on Xbox consoles, following the launch of Final Fantasy earlier this year. Seeing how the game doesn't run particularly well on the more powerful PlayStation 5, it will be very interesting to see how Square Enix handles the Xbox Series S version. The latest entry in the Final Fantasy Remake trilogy is Rebirth, released earlier this year on PlayStation 5. You can learn more about the game by checking out our review. Let's click on the review. Let's find out how good this game is, right? Because now I'm intrigued. Now I want to know. Okay, here we go. Final Fantasy Rebirth review. Let the battles begin. Kai Tatsumoto. Cloud Strife Adventures in Final Fantasy have been one of the most iconic Japanese RPGs to grace Western shores. Once the pinnacle of the genre, the title entirely new generation with the bombing mission in Midgard on PlayStation 4 and beyond, with a new console generation and powerhouse to showcase Tetsuya Nomura's character designs, second entry in the Final Fantasy Remake trilogy, is finally upon us as a timed PlayStation 5 exclusive. Will the wide open landscapes of the Gaia manage to succeed to a higher pinnacle now that Cloud and crew are no longer under the rotten pizza? Final Fantasy Rebirth begins in medias res with a tale of Cloud's strife, regaling one of his more infamous missions as a soldier first class alongside Sephiroth to visit his old hometown of Nibelheim. Within a matter of hours, players are reintroduced to the fall of Sephiroth and some of the most memorable moments of storytelling in Final Fantasy, as the motivations of Sephiroth's descent to the main antagonist are quickly revealed. It can be awkward to feel hype for a murder spree, but Square Enix has done the iconic heel turn justice, and that craftsmanship carries through into the main adventure. For all of the complaints that Final Fantasy Remake was left on autopilot and a linear adventure, Rebirth returns those concepts on its head with wide open environments to explore. From Kelm to Junon to Cosmo Canyon and the Gold Saucer, Final Fantasy Rebirth expands upon the first disc into a 100-hour epic. Brief moments of the original adventure that were more mere footnotes in the planet's history are fleshed out and expanded on in creative ways. The original trek to the ranch to teach Cloud the basics of Chocobo wrangling is instead the start of the game long storyline that culminates in Cloud encountering Chocobo of every flavor and breed before eventually becoming a master jockey at the Gold Saucer's legal bird racing scene. Characters that were minor cameos in the original came at a much more fleshed out, and players will build a more intimate connection as Barrett and Red XIII face their past. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have because we got to power up. See you on the next one.